Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Voidling Bound demo. It is a Monster Collection third-person shooter, and that's pretty much all I know about it, but it looks sick, and I like Monster Collection games, so let's just dive right in. Interesting. Let's see, we can change the difficulty right from the get-go. Test your abilities as a fighter and breeder, fair experience, let's just do adventure. I usually play games on normal just because, I don't know, it's gonna be the difficulty most people play on, so I might as well check it out at that rate. Also, I don't know, struggling is not really my thing right now. I need to turn on VSync. I got some screen tearing. As a kid, I was always confused about vertical sync, what that even meant. Oh, Well, let me do it. All right, sounds like that's probably a my hardware problem. Oh, yeah, I was always confused about what vertical sync meant, and like this is back in the day where you had to do like, maybe you didn't have to, but at least on my end, it felt like I had to do a lot of like tweaking to get my older rig to be able to play games well, and so I would always like turn it on and off to see if it would have like a performance boost. Finally wake, come see me in the main, sorry, missed that. But yeah, it didn't do anything because all it does is just kind of match your frame rate to your monitor in a way that makes it so you don't get weird horizontal lines on your monitor. Anywho, Rachel. Glad you suited up fast, Wrangler. The situation is critical. Virio's ground team Alpha meant to secure data and Voidlings before our arrival is missing in action, likely dead, taken by the Legion. We thought the mission was a loss, but somehow Henry spotted a survivor, a Voidling, safely on board now, ready for a neural binding. Still, ecosystems are vanishing by the hour, and we can't act without concrete data. We need access to the team's research if we want any chance to save the fauna. The team's base is off the coast. Legion spawns are already tore through it, so resistance should be light, perfect for a first operation. The radio tower, find the radio tower and bring it online. It's probably half buried under the Legion's tumors. With their data, we can locate safe zones, track surviving Voidlings, and plan counterattacks. And grab any Voidling samples while you're out there. Leon will know what to do with them. For now, head to the Vivarium. Henry's there, nurturing your new recruit. He'll fill you in. Game's got kind of good music. Okay, and some weird settings that I'm going to have to poke at. Camera shake scale. I'm actually going to turn that down a bit. I'm not a big fan of camera shake. Now, this is actually one of the few games I'm going to have to turn down the camera sensitivity for. It's actually, like, really beefy, which is a problem because I already have a sensitive mouse, so the two of them are just going haywire on me. Hello, Henry. Morning, Greenhorn. Cryo treating you all right? Or still feeling like a warmed-up sludge? I've been thawed out last week and still can't hold down breakfast, but hey, I got you covered anyway. Found a partner for you a few days back. Fella's been pacing ever since. Guess he wants you to take it out for a walk. A Quipek. Straight out of what's left of Virio's jungle. Yeah, I know. What you're gonna say, it's all about the charm of a potato. It's got the charm of a potato with googly eyes. But don't let the blank stare fool you. There's a clever spark in there, and this lava melts through Legion spawns like butter on a griddle. It's quick, it's sturdy, and has just enough bite. Perfect for your first run. Alright, enough John. Head down to the Vivarium and say hi to your new buddy. Don't screw it up, yeah? First Voidling, something special. Might need to poke around to spot it. The slippery little bugger's always hiding. Well, this is cute. I like the proportions on the character. It's small torso, long arms and limbs, and kind of the space helmet. It works. I like actually that you can see the character in a kind of third person. Oh, that's cute and ugly. It's very spore looking, to be honest. But, like, at least a little bit more anatomically sound. Pet the Quipek. Okay, good. We can, in fact, pet it. It's not much of a pet, but I'll take it. Corruption Cleansing Level 1. Alright. So we got the buddy. Looks like this is sparking. It doesn't look like I can do anything about it, though. Well, anyway. Let's see. Neurobind Station. Connect. Oh, its beak splits into 4 parts. Alright. Ooh, next level. So we can actually put points into strength, which is attack power, armor, crit damage, essence, elemental damage multiplier, stamina, okay, vitality, health, recuperation, reload duration, cooldown reduction, ultimate fill rate, or agility, fire rate multiplier, speed. If I put a point in this, that is actually kind of noticeable. Well, I can't undo that, but that's fine. Also looks like there's rarities. So yeah, this really is going to have some interesting monster collection, and probably repetitive grind trying to find like the rarest version of it. I wonder if there's evolution or like gene mixing or anything. That's always something that I want to say kind of obsessed over in these games. My first monster collection game, I think like everybody's, pretty much is Pokemon. However, I don't think it was my favorite. In fact, I'd actually say Pokemon is very much like comfort food. It's a burger, but it's not something I'm going to go out of my way for. What are these? Collectible plants. Alright, well at least that makes it easy. So we have a melee attack. We have sprint, so I can go faster. Jump, usual. Interesting that sometimes it goes down, sometimes it doesn't. Not sure what the deal is on that one. But yeah, I like Pokemon, but it's like a burger. Oh, You know what? I'm just gonna hide my portrait for this one. Or do I? No, I'm just gonna be small. Be a small wander for today. There we go. I'm gonna hide out in this little corner up by the UI. There we go. Perfect. That's gonna make some people happy. Anyway, dodge to evade damage. Primary attack depletes your stamina. Restore stamina faster. Normal. Press R before it runs out completely. Leash and spawn. Ooze energy blobs on death. Regenerate your stamina. Alright, cool. So if I let my ammo deplete completely, that, let's see, if I let my ammo deplete completely, that has a, sorry, I have hiccups. It has a much longer cooldown. And yeah, if I shoot him in the face, I do more damage. But right now, mostly I don't need to worry about a dang thing. These guys are very easy. I am digging it, though. Like, third-person shooter with monster collection elements is actually a lot of fun. There's a, ooh, somebody forgot their mug. Swug. Cool. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Pokemon's like a burger. You know, it's nice. You can have a good burger. But ultimately, like, after X number of burgers, they just become burgers. And, like, maybe you find one that's transcendental. You know, maybe they throw egg on top or use sesame oil for the meat or something like that. It's going to be kind of a weird thing, but if you live out in Oregon, around Portland, there's a really good burger place called Mr. Bento Burger that Shell and I were obsessed with when we lived there. And we missed because it was delicious. We do not live there anymore. Do not try and find us at the burger place. But yeah, if you're ever in the area, check it out. It's very good. But like, that was the first time I'd had a burger in a long time. Well, no, actually, there was a couple of instances where like the burger was transcendental. Specifically, the other one was we'd gone to Disneyland and I got an Impossible Burger for the first time, and it tasted so good that I was like, oh, I guess I'm just eating this now. And yeah, I pretty much haven't had a meat burger since. In fact, I don't think I have. At least not by choice, anyway. And it kind of feels like Pokemon ends up in the same territory of, you know, could be transcendental, mostly just burger. Okay, did take some damage there. Looks like I might heal automatically. Or at least some things drop heals for me. But for me, my first, like, real monster collection games that I got actually passionate about were, I think it was like Demi Kids or one of the other like Shin Megami Tensei spin-offs, which I don't think I was like really big into that one, but it was interesting. Enter the building. Oh, we can go in here. Ooh, it's got some goodies. There we go. But the one I was like really obsessed with as a kid. Oh, I could have actually broken the green thing. I just had to shoot it. The one I got really obsessed with was Dragon Quest Monsters or Dragon Warrior Monsters, because they randomly called the Dragon Quest series Dragon Warrior in the US. No idea why. But so I played both the first and the second ones of that game, or of that game, that series, obsessively. It was very much like my main game for a significant portion of my childhood. And well, it was a monster collection. I would say Final Fantasy Tactics kind of ends up in the same territory, as you're cobbling together a squad of, you know, random characters. And so, as a result, I think I've been a little bit snooty about my monster collection games, as so many of them just end up being kind of just Pokemon, but not in a not super exciting manner. There we go, there's some health. Oh, we do have a double jump. That's helpful. And so, it's nice to see something that might actually be taking the formula and doing something interesting with it. It felt like there was a lot of games that kind of were trying back in, I'm gonna say the GameCube, Wii, you know, early DS era. I know there was like some kind of dinosaur, it was like fossil something. I do not remember the name of it. And, oh, that's an energy thing, got it. I thought it was an eyeball. It looked like a collectible item. Okay, they are shooting at me. I gotta be careful about those. Okay, let's see. But already the gameplay feels very good. It's a solid third-person shooter. The visuals are great. You know, I'm kind of a sucker for this specific style of... It's not low poly, it's not cartoony. It's kind of the soft-shaded, sort of Pixar-y look, but not quite. And I've noticed a lot of indie games are starting to trend towards this direction. I think what I would call it is kind of the GameCube style. Areas affected by malignant heart need to be cleansed. Destroy all tumors within the area to reveal the malignant heart. Okay. Probably going to spawn some monsters on me at some point. I actually really appreciate that I'm kind of cleaning up the environment. There was a game I enjoyed a while ago from the SteamWorld, I think it was the SteamWorld people, called The Gunk. That, I mean, it was effectively just run around and clean up the goop, but it felt very good. And it was charming, and it looked it had a similar aesthetic to this. And the reason why I kind of compared to GameCube is mostly just that was what you could do with the GameCube at the time. And like to a lesser degree with like PlayStation or Xbox and stuff. Ow. Don't stand near the gunk. Okay, now we got some bad boys, maybe? Or no, we don't have any bad boys, it's just the heart. I was assuming it would be like a boss fight. Oh no, this is definitely a boss fight. Greater festering hives. Okay, gotta wait until this guy's... There we go. Now we can shoot him. I think I'm gonna... Okay, they break on their own. So I will keep that in mind. And yeah, the mobility feels very good here for a third-person shooter. Oddly enough, I'm kind of reminded of the... Oh, what was it? It was like Outriders or something. The third-person shooting on that one felt... no, that was more of a cover shooter. I gotta go back and play that at some point. It was... a lot of wasted opportunities, but it had neat ideas all the same. There we go. So was this kind of a little randomly generated mission? Can I go in here? No. Yeah, the problem is I want to see if there's any goodies in the area, but there are not. So, yeah, are the missions just kind of randomly generated little jaunts through the environment, grab a couple of things, fight a couple of stuff, go from there, or is there going to be more exploration? I guess we'll have to find out. Alright, activity completed. So it might be specific missions. Nice work, Wrangler. Leon wants a word. He's been in a rough spot, so don't take his attitude too personally. Frankly, I'd have bet against you, Wrangler, but somehow you managed to stumble into success. Don't expect applause, because I suppose this merits a proper introduction. I'm Leon Schrodinger, renowned scientist, geneticist, chief of GenLife's Legion program, and, as of late, tragically marooned on your tin can. Luckily for you, it appears I'm destined to assist you as your highly overqualified personal geneticist. To start, I've reviewed this report on your first Voidling-bound expedition. Let's not sugarcoat it, it's dismal. Neurobinding connection performance subpar. Voidling genetic data disastrous at best. But credit where credit is due. The Voidling samples you brought back should be enough to work with the devices I finished engineering earlier. Follow me, Wrangler. Should we begin with the evolution chamber? It's time to surpass nature's failures and craft a true apex genetics. Okay. Power the chamber up. I leave you the honor. I also cannot move. Alright. So, evolution chamber. Evolve your foilings, gain new abilities, infusing mutagens into their DNA. Come in all elemental varieties. Required to evolve a voidling. Okay. Use your organic mutagen, evolve your voidling. Okay, so it changes its color at the very least. Reveal evolutions. So, there is in fact evolution. Oh, it's like a big branching tree. So we have pyro element. Well, we can't do that. So we're doing organic element. So dealing increased damage against enemies in the matching type. That's okay. I find type matching to be kind of uncompelling, to be honest. I'm more of a, like, this just gives you a cool new ability. Let's see. Shoot. Okay, here we go. So, blowgun. Highly accurate projectiles that apply poison stacks on enemy at slow rate of fire, or sap cannon, short-range projectiles that burst in a burst that slow enemies on impact. Interesting. We're going to need a lot more, though, so we're going to leave that for later. Excellent. The organic mutagens we inserted are stabilizing. As I anticipated, the Voidling should easily dispose of the Legion's organic elemental defenses. Let's move to the Cerebrum Enhancer. Precise apparatus meant to implement genetically engineered biosynapses to stimulate new cognitive functions. Poor sucker doesn't have much of a brain to enhance. Okay, Voidling samples acquired from the lesions, spawns, and flora can be spent on Cerebrum. Okay, so this increases capabilities. Are acquired per species. All future Voidlings of the same type will share the same progress. We can get secondary ability, shoot a projectile that explodes on impact, damaging puddle. Sure. What else we have? So we could get the ult. Yeah. And then looks like it's just a big talent tree. So projectile speed, dash distance, melee damage, dash distance. A lot of this is dash distance. Run automatically after dashing is actually kind of good. And vulnerable while dashing. So the big nodes are actually meaningful talents. Slow enemies on direct projectile hit, knock back enemies, increase projectile accuracy by 75%. Projectile speed, 5th bullet has double damage, stacking bonus rate of fire after shooting 40 projectiles in a row. Explosion radius, projectile count by 3. Oh, but this is all for the ult. Oh, yeah, fire rate and damage. Fire rate, damage. Then puddle duration when killing enemies. Okay, so this only applies as a secondary ability. I don't know how much I care about the increased dash distance by 2 times. Oh, that's terrifying, actually. How far can I get that going? Okay. Well, I think all things considered, let's boost my range a little bit and give me Eagle Eye. And then boost my damage more than anything else. Okay, and I don't have enough currency for more. This is good work, but we need more Voidling samples to achieve anything above mediocre. Collect them diligently. They're the foundation for your Voidling's progress. Before you go, Rachel insists on seeing you for a briefing, but remember, it's my insights that'll drive your success. I bet he's the reason why everything's bad. I mean, considering he was on the program that gunked up the world. Or maybe they were just in charge of dealing with it and they just didn't do a good job? Question mark. Data's flowing in and it isn't good. Legion spawns spreading their plague like wildfire, and voidlings are on the brink of extinction. We detected a legion infection targeting one of the last known Quipec sanctuaries. If this natural shelter falls, we lose the species and our foothold, so defend it at all costs. But remember, this isn't just about saving them. We need to evolve them, make them strong enough to fight back. So again, keep an eye out for voidling samples. The mission's a real test, Wrangler. You're dropping in a hot zone. Time to see what you're made of. Good luck. Aren't we like... Oh, the buddy is just following me around now. Alright, cool. I guess he's just loose in the ship. I do kind of feel like we are creating a species of creature. Oh, this does give me a rate of fire multiplier, which is good. I think I'll boost damage for now. I think I'm going to be mostly speed and damage on this lad. Probably a lot of lads, to be honest. But like... Aren't we breeding some apex predators that are going to spiral wildly out of control? I recognize that the goop is like something that needs to be managed. But what happens if this thing goes off and has, you know, progeny? Are they all going to share its traits? Probably. Is this just going to be like a weird hell planet in the future? And we're just going to say, whoops, we goofed it. Is possible. Oh, this is just a wave survival. Okay. Yeah, so rather than having a more like open world exploration fair, this very much is just a... Oh right, I should actually try the secondary ability. Okay, so it's a ground target, actually... Probably best to kind of leave that on the ground below bosses or in, like, certain enemy pathways. I think I'm not going to, like, really invest too hard in any direction. Yeah, it seems like investing hard in damage was not a bad call. Okay. Oh, they didn't get gooped by the ground bits. I'll have to see if I can make that bigger. Honestly, if the developers really want to, like, lean into the whole mutation and whatnot. Okay, so ultimate ability regains power over time. Just wait for this guy to actually be hittable. I think until it turns green, we can't. Oh, well, I missed completely. Let's see. Just keep lighting those up. The Pestilent Mother Spore isn't really, like, that dangerous. Never mind. Okay. It does have a ability that makes it spooky. Oof, yeah, running out of stamina is a little on the tricky side. Whoop. Ow. Goof that. Okay. And yet, it's getting a lot faster. I know how to quick reload game, thank you. At least the dash comes back real quick. Keeps it manageable, mostly. Ooh. Do not dash and then jump. You can do the reverse, but that's about it. Because yeah, if you jump in a dash, it kills all of your momentum. There we go. That actually hurt a little bit. I mean, my fault for missing the initial ult, but honestly, I'd probably save it for the last phase for something like that. Also, my decision to start to try and invest in speed Not regretting that. I think I'll go back to it. The run speed actually, like more run speed would have made that even easier. Incredible job, Wrangler. We are in no rest. We have another mission at the table. Okay. Fantastic work at the Jungle Maw Cauldrons. Queepecs are gathering again. Spotted even a few Gilliks roaming the area. But we're not done. The Legion have overrun the plateaus overlooking the jungle of the Crimson Mesa. It used to be a thriving feeding ground for multiple Voidling species and must be cleansed. With shelter and food in proximity, these Voidlings should start to produce offspring again. Go Voidling bound Wrangler, and if you haven't already, check in with Leon to use the resources you've gathered. It's true, we did get a lot of goodies. Okay, so what is this one? We don't know. Alright, Cerebrum Enhancer. So in that case, I got the range bonus. I think we pick up this one. 5th bullet has double damage. I think we'll leave the rest of these for a hot second, because I think we actually want this dash distance. I'm assuming these get progressively more expensive as we go along, but I could be wrong. Hopefully the talent trees are a lot bigger when the game is done. Okay. So, highly accurate projectiles that apply poison stack to the enemy at a slow rate of fire, or burst. I think I'm going to go with hit and run poison. And it does look like it's slowly changing. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, these are some major differences. So we have shoot 5 projectiles in a fan, exploding and leaving a damaging puddle behind, or 3 projectiles in quick succession, each applying poison stacks and leaving a toxic puddle on impact. I like this one. Oh, this one's got a big sack on its back. This one's, I got it. A little gross. I'll take it. Alright. Our character is, like, very seriously equipped here. Yeah, let's keep going for movement speed. And that also gets me rate of fire multiplier and crit chance. I'm curious about essence. That actually might not be terrible either, but... Oh. Oh, interesting. So these evolutions are giving it stats. So it seems like it might have 4. Like 4 tiers before it caps out. I'm curious what happens after that point. I'm assuming you get more levels, yeah, but what other opportunities do I have for growth? Because I love the idea of this. Maybe it's one of those where the opportunities for growth are making a bigger creature, or bigger or better creature, like combining the two together. Because yeah, that was the thing that really drew me to... Oof. That was the thing that really drew me to Dragon Quest Monsters, was you could combine creatures together. And that would give you... Ooh, this actually looks a little bit more explorable? No, maybe? Difficult to say. But yeah, you could combine creatures together, which would let you carry over their, like, learned abilities. Oh, actually, yeah, this does seem a little bit more expansive. Which I appreciate. Seems like I'm doing a boatload of damage here. No. Oh. Looks like it can actually just take that for a ride. I haven't really run into a whole lot of monsters, or monster collection games that hit that same sweet spot. Easy example of one that I adore is Monster Sanctuary, Elemental Rift. Ooh, so we've got fire now. Well, at some point when I get another one of these guys, I can try the fire tree instead. But yeah, Monster Sanctuary had some really, really good build crafting. But you weren't, like, combining your monsters or doing any, like, really interesting ability stacking. It was just, like, making the best version of a monster that you could within the context of a, like, 3 creature team. It doesn't look like we have fall damage. Not that I was really expecting it to. Environments are pretty small and simple. I'm assuming I take damage if I fall off the environment, but that's a different thing. Entirely. Credit where credit's due. This is very effective. Slow rate of fire, they say, but it's a freaking sniper rifle. I just don't like short range. Short range can get tricky. And I like damage over time stacking because that's hopefully going to be good against bosses. Unless it's randomly not. We'll see. Okay, keep collecting everything in the area. The question is, can I go in here? Because I could go into that one earlier. Why are there stairs, no door? I don't think they were thinking too hard about that creature's design. Ooh, egg. Yeah, I figured we'd be starting to find eggs at this point. Considering we're starting to find other elemental types. I wonder if you can actually go for a more like convergent organic and fire build. Maybe. Burp, burp. Okay, there we go. Is too dang strong. Not hating it. Yeah, that accuracy booster is extremely nice. Another egg. Golden egg. In fact. I don't know if there's really a reason for me to, like, go too far out, so I'm not going to. I'm full health, everything is looking fine. One thing I want to check is I saw something here. No, never mind. Yeah, it looks like there's places I can go, but that's about it. I think I'm still in the journey to the savage planet mindset, where it's like I'm expecting a more like explorable area. And I mean, finding that golden egg means that we did in fact find something while exploring. These shots work absurdly well at just taking out the gunk. There we go. Oh, I see. I was supposed to go around that direction. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about melee combat, but that's okay. I'll say it now, this is absolutely the kind of game that I would have gone bananas for as a child. Like, just played relentlessly. I was a huge fan of Spore. Like, it was, well, was I? I don't know. I guess I wasn't a kid when I played Spore. I think I got that for my 18th, was it my 18th birthday? It was like 16th, 17th, 18th birthday. Something like that. And yeah, I recognize that makes me sound kind of old if you know when that game came out, but, well, maybe. I don't know, I'm sure some people watching this are older than me. But I was, like, really obsessed with the idea of that game. Disappointed in the execution, for sure, but let's see, disappointed in the execution, but still, like, obsessed with the idea behind it. Run around in on an alien world with a creature that you've constructed. Like, that is such a solid, immediate premise. Oops. I almost went into the drink there. It's such a solid, immediate premise, and it's one of those where I'm actually, like, a little shocked we haven't gotten a whole lot of follow-ups that really can kind of match Spore's promise. I recognize that, like, Spore was a AAA game with probably a lot of investments behind it, so, like, go figure. It's, you know, Go figure, it was able to develop as far as it did. It was by, I think that was Maxis? I forget. And then EA bought them out and said, no, you need to release this. And they put out like a really chopped up version. And it was kind of sad because it's like, in an ideal world, that game would have been able to, you know, keep developing slowly into something truly special. Like, I yearn for I yearn for a world where, where developers can really take their time. Oops, well, now we find out what happens. Oh God. Wait, where the hell am I? Oh, we're here. Okay, that's not too bad. The one problem with the dash distance upgrades that I do not like is increase them too much. And I'm going to be sailing into the sunset. Nope. I'm going to wreck myself here, aren't I? Yes, I might not invest any more into dash distance. Oh, if I do a sprint. That's good enough. The fire essence. Anything else up here? No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, one of my favorite games to release in the last couple of years has been Caves of Cud. Like, that's an absolutely like wonderful game. Genius ideas behind it. I wish I had the time to like really sink my teeth into it. I was like starting to stream a playthrough, but I got extremely busy, and also just that game is long. Like, if I were to ever play a game as a screenshot LP, like the really classic format, that would probably be it. Okay. Go over here. Take out the goopy dudes. I know I have like this secondary fire, but it's tricky for me to want to use it. Aha, I do have a secondary fire. I can, in fact, use it. And a melee attack. Okay, so what else do we have in the area? Unfortunately, because I'm high-flying over the environment here. Where are you going? Oh, C to finish off low-health enemies. Interesting. And yeah. Cannot shoot those. Must open normally. But Caves of Cud's one of those games that had just enough of a fan base and just a mad enough group of developers that it was allowed to develop fully. Which is something I really wish more games had the opportunity to kind of do. Binding of Isaac, for example, or, I mean, who knows, maybe if we get lucky, Slay the Spire. Considering they're making a second one. It would be real cool if that actually got, like, if it was twice as big, width-wise, not length-wise. I'm, really not that interested in, longer roguelikes at this point. You know, if I want to play a longer game, I'm going to play something that actually has, like, a campaign and a story. If I want long in a roguelike, I want to be able to just play it over and 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 over. You get the point. Okay, do we have anything else in the area? No, we found the egg. Doesn't seem like we have any other big collectibles. A couple of little guys wandering around in the area. Maybe. Damn, I do some damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't really feel like I've earned this, as I've barely done any investment in this character at all. Okay, that just, yeah, leads me back to where I was. But Yeah, I was just, I don't know, hoping more games would get the time and energy they deserve to like really go places. I was thinking about this earlier just in terms of like how few games get like really popular games get a good sequel or successor. That so many of them, you know, the dev studio behind it needs to, or gets like roped into making bigger or more expensive games. I'm thinking like Dead Space. Like, Dead Space is one of those that would have always been better off without trying to like super monetize itself. But of course EA was never going to let them, you know, go places with that. Same thing with Spore. Right, I need to actually shoot this. Hello, Seeping Overlord. Okay. Well, they're all gone. I don't know if they're ever really going to be there. There we go. I wish I could invest a little further in my ability to poison things. Okay. It seems like the poison is doing insane damage to this sucker. Yeah, I'm in a position where I can kind of mulch most of the goons. There we go. Well, status effects are extremely good in this game. That is such a good feeling. Let's see. Got anything else around here? Any other goodies? Golden eggs? Golden negs? No. I haven't played Neopets in ages. Mutagens found. I missed one. Less than 5 minutes. I wonder if we get to redo these. Yeah, I missed a thing. Well, that's fine. I thought I was being thorough. I guess we should probably talk to her first. Great work, Wrangler. Henry's buzzing about your latest find. Go see him before he tries to hatch it himself. Well, Wrangler, you cleared out that lesion-ridden mess like a pro. You even got Mother Nature tipping her hat. Left you the best Wrangler's treat imaginable, a Voidling's egg. Cracked more eggs than I can count, but this one's different, special. It's your first hatch, of course. Get yourself into the hatchery pronto. You don't want to keep me hanging. What's down there? Oh, I mean, I guess it's not that far away. I like how Buddy's just following me around. Okay, so we've got at least 2 golden eggs? Okay, let's... Oh. I guess we have to start with... Oh no, it's just all of them. Okay. Voidling Nature. Hatch a special Voidling that possesses a nature. A nature improves an attribute, allowing it to go beyond normal limits. Natures can come in 3 different rarities, each rarity boosting its effect furthermore. Keep hatching to discover them all. Okay, so we have a Glick. We have a Tenacious Kiwi Peck. Notably tenacious. So these 2 are both notably tenacious. Which is extra recuperation. I'll take it. What do I do with the ones that I don't want? Hot damn, new species with pyro potential. That's the kind of firepower we need to burn those legion spawns to ash. Leon's been breathing down our necks about pushing more evolutions. You got the hang of the evolution chamber now, right? Go ahead, use those pyro mutagens you found. Let's see what kind of Voidling we can cook up. We'll add some variety to your lineup and keep Leon busy poking at your latest discovery. Win-win. Just hit the Sanctuary console first to pick up your new fire starter. Alright, we're setting the bar high. I can already picture the vivarium teeming with Voidlings. Now get to it, Wrangler. Unfortunately, starter buddy's like, oh, it's a cute buddy, not realizing I'm going to be replacing it. Okay, Sanctuary Console. Okay, so we can manage and inspect our voidlings. Choose our companion. Okay, cool. So we want to do... We have the common glick. Sorry, buddy. Okay, do we want to try the glick? Sure. We also have this one that also is tenacious. But we'll take a look at that in a bit. Alright, so where's this lad go? Reveal evolutions. We have... Cryo element. Or pyro element. I mean, sure. Steps glick. So I can keep going if I want to. So, Nova Blast. One large slow projectile passes through enemies, dealing damage over time. Or 3 long-range projectiles that shatter on impact, piercing through their target. So more shell. More kind of horn. I don't know. Let's stay middle this time. I like the kind of wings on the side. So the real question is, does this require both? No. So Burnout Crunch, secondary ability, so it's a charge attack. Long distance, leaving a fire trail that burns enemies in its path, or shockwave that damages enemies. Landing on burning enemies consumes the burn. Interesting. I was kind of hoping going down the center would be like a hybrid path. Ice and fire, but alas, that is not the case. Here's the Voidpedia, so we can look at the various things. We can take a look at the glick, including all the different types of glicks. Oh, there's also aesthetic colors. Eye colors, back, yeah, so the different... Okay. That's neat. Wait, okay. Now meet me on the bridge for a debriefing. I do wish that there was more music on the ship. It's kind of quiet. I'm impressed, Wrangler. The whole crew knows it now. You can get the job done. That said, Virio's Voidling's existence is still very much at risk, and the Legion heavily corrupted the Emerson's Galaxy Genomic Bank. We got battles on all fronts, so I'm unlocking your access to the galactic map. Remember that even secondary missions matter. They'll help you train your Voidlings and gather critical resources. Only the beginning, Wrangler. You call the shots now. Just say the word, and I'll set a course. Oh. Okay. So we can just go here. Choose your own path, decide which mission you want to do, and you can also replay previous missions. Cool. Okay. So yeah, we could go... Oh. So we have Virio, so we've done both of these. We've missed out on this one. I could go for the extra stars just to see, but let's do Boiling Cauldron, which I think might be a survival. Yep, let's give that a shot. Oh. Or not. It won't let me. Or no, it will. Okay, cool. So we still have some missions to do. It's just, it brought me to one of those like, hey, leave feedback. Okay. Ooh, this guy actually came with some other stats. Oh, the other stats from evolution. I'm still thinking investing in movement speed is not a bad idea. Okay, we can skip this. We don't need to see it every time. Let's see how the glick works. His shoulders every once in a while do like a twitchel. Kinda. It's cute. It's like if, Oh! Oh! Those slow fire blasts were actually the primary attack for this sucker. Holy shit, that's actually really good. I was assuming that that was a secondary move, but no, it's just a Hey, cook everything in your immediate vicinity. I will take it. Wait. Oh. The dash is a charge. Rather than a, like... Okay, I probably should have looked at cerebral upgrades. Because I bet I could have actually gotten some decent bits for this guy. I don't think I need it. Not here, anyway. But what I'd like to do is just make it so my fire element... so my fire element lasts longer. Unlike poison, which seems to last for a considerable amount of time, fire burns out quick. It does seem to do more damage, though. Yeah, the one thing to note is I've got to be kind of careful not to shoot the ground with these fireballs. Yeah, so this guy's very good at... Oh, actually, no, he's going to be very good at taking out groups, too. Because the fireball does tick damage, rather than, like, a single hit. Yeah, because this guy's extremely good at taking out groups. You know, enemies coming out of a line, they get cooked. Oh, no. It does not pass through the orbs, unfortunately. Or the, let's see. It doesn't pass through the gunk on the ground. Okay, a little bit of health. There we go. Yeah, so the charge doesn't do that much damage. It's there, but it's not mega good. The big problem is I'm just not doing enough damage to this guy to, like, take him out that fast. Okay, kind of cook the group. Oh, so I can combine the flame charge with the sprint to go faster. Is actually quite good. You pop a number of these. Because it seems like a number of them do have health for me. Not all of them, but a number. And the boss is going down reasonably quick. Yeah, let's look into cerebral upgrades. We don't do nearly as... It feels like we don't do nearly as much damage as the previous guy. But that might have been the build. That might have been any number of reasons. Okay, and there's only one star on that one. Well, let's go see where this takes me. Unfortunately, I think I need 6 pyromutagens to really do anything with this lad. Well, that's okay. I wonder if you can redo missions and get egg. Yeah, so we need 6 for those. Ooh, I think one gives him a curly tail. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. Oh. We just hadn't unlocked them. I'm a fool. Okay, secondary ability, ultimate, melee attack, counterattack, block for short duration, skill ability. Oh, on success, release a devastating whirlwind. Got it. I didn't realize that was a block. Increase projectile count by 5%, accuracy, projectile count, fire rate. And none of these seem to affect the actual fire damage, sadly. Alright. Things are getting kind of pricey. So that's leap speed, melee attack, counterattack, whirlwind duration. Increase radius damage. Let's keep going for duration. Oh, we don't have enough juice. Heavy breathing is getting to me. Alright. Do we do another? Yeah, let's do another. Oh, what? No activity detected. Oops. Should have picked that first. Well, looks like we've got another survival. Otherwise, oh, it's all survival. Level 6. Do we want to just do this again real quick? Sure. So I'm curious where that last mutagen is. Okay. I'm still thinking we can just invest into movement speed. The fire rate works. It's a good booster. I guess maybe it's not as good as I think it is because fire caps out at 5. You know, oh well. Either way, really enjoying this. It has a lot to love in terms of its like, oops, that's stuck. I'm sorry, what? You know, with the whole increased projectile count by 5%, I was not expecting it to be, so much. What the hey? Oh, that's extremely goofy. Okay, so the main question is... Yeah, I mean... I might as well zip around. Yeah, I don't know if I'd missed this previously. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have the eggs again. I'm kind of breaking the path here. Yet not quite as much direct... I mean... could try that. I don't think I'm supposed to. And not quite as much direct damage is the one thing I'm noticing about this at the moment. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. One of the other things I could do is actually just try and go extremely quick. Because, yeah, there's the 5-minute timer if I want to go for the speed upgrade. Or speed achievement instead. I mean, sure. It really does not want you breaking the boundaries here, but... I don't see why not. Yeah, I wonder if the last mutagen's actually inside a building. Because that could have been it. Yeah, I think I'm going to explore rather than go fast. Going fast is something that I can kind of work on independently. Like, the later I do this, the faster I'll go. So better to be kind of thorough and exploring instead, in my opinion. I don't know why that guy was up in the sky. Is he coming back down? Like, that's not something that normally flies. I don't know what he was doing. God, this thing's accuracy is insane. Maybe not. No, we do get more egg. So eggs can randomly be golden. Keeping that in mind. And yeah, it looks like we're also just getting extra... I'm assuming that's fire elements. Just from drops. The bird on my deck. And it is tweeting. Loudly, in fact. Birds are freaking great. Years ago, I was in a park, kind of outside the local library, and there's an old man with like binoculars on a tripod, and we, just stopped to ask him like, hey, what birds are you looking for? Because like Shell and I had always kind of been aware of the local birds, but we never cared too deeply to like learn too much about them. And the guy spent an hour talking our ears off, not only about like the local birds and stuff, but also about birding in general. Got us into it. This is probably something I'm going to be lightly obnoxious about for years, to be honest, but that's okay, I hope. And so ever since, there's always been that kind of underlying level of excitement of, oh, new bird, what kind is it? It sounds great. Well, I mean, luckily, there's convenient things like the Merlin Bird app that just straight up tells you. Oh, is this something? No. Yeah, the problem is they're just tricky enough with their level design that, like, some paths could be... valid places to go. I do think I'm going to have to give this sucker some range, though. Okay, get another egg. Glad it's reasonably easy to climb the environment here. Good lord, I really was not expecting the sheer number of projectiles I'm shelling out. This is actually insane. Okay, and we know where the boss is, so I can take my time. Could be something around here, but I don't think so. Okay. Another egg. Yeah. Need at least maybe 2 or 3 more points in speed on this guy. Let's take a look around a little bit. I'm assuming the last mutagen was somewhere tricksy. Or somewhere painfully obvious. Probably in conjunction with the last zone. Because I never tried going up here. Wow. This guy just saw a group of enemies and said, no. Don't want it. And it works extremely well. Yeah, wherever it is, it's... I don't know. I think on the plus side, I'm getting a bunch of extra experience and things. Okay. Just keep absolutely nuking waves. Let's see. Yeah, definitely need to get ourselves some base move speed. Oops, that didn't work. Oop. Keep toasting those guys. Yeah, wherever it is, it's in an odd spot. Or I just didn't collect it? I have no idea. See, all the previous ones existed in spots that were at least somewhat easy to predict. Or find naturally, but whatever this last one is actually throwing me for some loops. And like, nice part is I'll come away with this, away from this with like a ton of research material. Maybe some more mutagens? Not seeing anything here. Because I think after this is just the boss. That's so dummy broken. I do really appreciate that my fireballs kind of bounce. Now, I don't have to cleanse this. We can look around for a bit. Yeah, wherever it is, I do not know. It could have been something like at the very beginning, or it could be actually something out here that I'm just not aware of. And like, I don't know, I get enough mutagens normally that I don't think it's really that big of a deal if I miss out on one. Nothing here. Alright, I haven't actually used my secondary attack yet. I probably should. Well, this is probably going to be a complete cakewalk in comparison to the last time I did this. And the last time was a total cakewalk. Because, yeah, it doesn't matter how many projectiles I am hucking here. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that worked. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many projectiles I'm throwing. It's the same amount of, like, cost per shot. And so, yeah, if I just hit him with every bit of projectile I possibly can, he get toasted. None of that goopy business. See? Easy peasy. Oh, so I guess we weren't finding other mutagens earlier. Huh. Where the heck would it be? Because, yeah, it's got to be up on, like, a mountain or in, like, a little cave somewhere. But wherever that last mutagen is has eluded me completely, and that's okay. I didn't need to find it. So the boss gives me a mutagen. The mission did not. Slightly tragic. Oh well. Okay, do we do anything else? Nah, I mean, give myself some range. Because that's accuracy. Fire rate, accuracy. Kind of hoping I could, like... Oh gosh, you really can max this guy out really fast. Well, that's extremely good. Damaging wave of projectiles. What do we have? Invulnerable for a short period of duration. Sadly, my regular attack doesn't have a whole lot of things down its path. It's a little tragic. But that's okay. Anywho, I guess with all of this said... Oh yeah, this is just all of my Kiwi pecks. Grab that as well. Let's see. Oh, right. We might as well hatch the remaining eggs that we picked up. I don't think it's going to be anything new because the game's a little restrictive, but that's okay. Anyway, I adore this game. I think it's really cool. I sincerely hope those talent trees get bigger for the full release. Otherwise, I feel like it might end up feeling a little bit limited by the end, but that's okay. I'm really curious what you do with all these spare creatures that I'm probably not going to use because they are all just regular Kiwi pecks, sorry. And I don't need those. But that's okay. It's fine. I'm sure you can get through this game without actually really investing hard into any of the higher tier ones. Is there where I can like... Oh, you can actually release them. Oh, it gets me extra research for doing so. Well, that's convenient. And yeah, that one's agile, but only by a bit, so bye. I'm going to keep my starter around, though. But yeah, nice to get the extra research for it. Alright, well, I guess I might as well mention at this point that the Voidling Bound demo is available now on Steam. And is very good. Highly recommended if you want to give it a shot. There's a lot of different build varieties. Obviously, a couple of levels that I haven't played yet. They're all survival, so I'm not, like, jonesing hard for them. Let's see, we've maxed that out. I guess it'd probably boost the damage, since they're low-hanging fruit upgrades. More than anything else. Projectile count. Increased. Wow, I can just invest everything into this thing. Okay, don't quite have enough juice, but that's fine. I guess it'll throw us into a survival mode as we go up. But anyway, yeah, legitimately very promising survival Monster Collection game, third-person shooter. I do feel like the Monster Collection is maybe a little bit on the light level so far. Once again, I'm hoping you can do some like gene mixing or other things, like bringing in traits from one creature to the next. But also recognize that, like, probably not. And that's okay. You know, that would take a lot of extra time in programming. You know, with a turn-based game, you can do all sorts of stuff like that because you don't have to worry about, like, character animations and stuff. But with a, you know, full action third-person shooter, no, you really do have to... Ooh, this might actually give me ice. You really do actually have to manage things well. That's just stuck in the glacier up there, I suppose. Anywho, yeah, anything else to say? No, not so much though. So if you want to play the demo yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's been out for a week and it is pretty good. And hopefully this will continue to get updates. Well, updates, I don't know. Hopefully it takes the time it needs to actually like become the best it can possibly be because I'm a huge sucker for Monster Collection games and I really want to be able to like sink my teeth into them. Really fighting up on this like mace is kind of good. All the enemies have to come to me. They have that really slow... Never mind. These guys haven't figured it out yet. That's okay. Pathing is hard. But I guess with all of that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi? Oh, they're like charging at me. Okay, I got it. Alright, gotta go. Bye-bye.